Tonight, a man faces court over the Hernes Oak fire. Good evening, I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, the state government announces more funding to combat the drug ice. A 20-year-old Gippsland man accused of lighting the 2014 Hernes Oak fire has been granted bail. A Latrobe Valley Court heard the man was a person of interest early in the investigation after emailing police information about the blaze.
On February 7, 2014, fire tore through hundreds of hectares of farm and bushland at Hernes Oak, causing millions of dollars damage. A Gippsland man was today arrested and fronted court, charged over lighting the blaze. The court heard the accused was a person of interest early in the investigation after he reported the fire through another person. Suspicions were raised 2 weeks later when he sent police an email containing information about the blaze. Police told the court the accused was seen near Hernes Oak at the time of the fire. The defence asked the informant if there was any DNA evidence of the accused being involved with the fire, to which the reply was no. Handing down his decision, the magistrate said the accused did not pose an unacceptable risk to society, saying, "I've taken into account you're a young person, you've got a stable residence and no priors." The 20-year-old was granted bail to reappear in the Latrobe Valley Magistrates Court for a mention hearing on September 17. Alexandria Zazimarkis, Win News.
There's been a breakthrough in the investigation into the Hazelwood open-cut mine fire that smothered Morwell in toxic smoke. Live now to Laura Spurway. Laura, what's happened?
Well, this is the culmination of extensive work by Victoria Police. Today, arson squad detectives travelled here and arrested and charged a 20-year-old man with 1 count of arson and 1 count of recklessly causing a bushfire. Now, he is accused of lighting a fire at Hernes Oak on February 7 last year, but 2 days later, that fire jumped containment lines and spread into the Hazelwood mine. And we know that the Hazelwood mine fire had devastating effects on the nearby township of Morwell. It caused much of the town's population to evacuate, as well as an extensive investigation into the subsequent health problems suffered by many of the residents there. Now, in relation to today's proceedings, we know that the fire relating to the accused, was reported via a 000 call, that there are witnesses who cited him in the vicinity of the fire when it started. Now, he was released on bail today. The judge also suppressed his name and his identity as he is from the local area, and there were obvious concerns about protecting him and his family. Now, he will be back in court in September. In the meantime as well, that investigation into the Hazelwood mine fire is ongoing. Peter.
Right, thank you, Laura.
A 20-year-old man has been charged with arson over a blaze that tore through the Hazelwood mine in Morwell last year. Paul Dowsley is at the Latrobe Valley Court. Paul, what more can you tell us?
Okay. Good evening, Jen. Yes, he's been charged with arson and intentionally causing a fire. He was bailed late this afternoon to continue living with his parents, but the magistrate suppressed his name and address amid fears from police and prosecutors and his lawyer, that his details could put his safety at risk if his identity was revealed. Now, he does admit being at Hernes Oak on February 7 last year, where a fire started that's believed to have then sparked that disastrous blaze at the Hazelwood open-cut mine, which sent toxic smoke and ash through Morwell. We will all recall that many of the town's 12,000 residents eventually fled, fearing for their health, with some complaining of headaches, nosebleeds and breathing difficulties, even though initial advice was that they were safe. The court was told that the suspect has a mild intellectual disability. He can't read or write. Also that he's given contradictory evidence to police, and that it was a friend who originally reported the blaze to police. We also learned that at the time of this fire, he was in a relationship, but that has now ended, and his ex-girlfriend will be a prosecution witness. Jen.
Thank you very much, Paul. Paul Dowsley reporting there.
This is 10 Eyewitness News. A man has been charged over the Hazelwood mine fire. The blaze burned for weeks in February 2014, causing many residents to flee nearby Morwell as it was blanketed in smoke and ash. The 20-year-old man was arrested in the Latrobe Valley this morning. He has been charged with 1 count of arson and 1 count of